Fly, Eagles, fly. And I'm not talking about Philadelphia. The Morehead State Eagles just became Ohio Valley Conference champions for the first time since 2011, when Kenneth Fareed was running things.
We actually just saw Will Levis come here on the field. He was in sweats and unfortunately in a protective walking boot on his left leg. So that's obviously a bad sign. So we should all expect Somerset native Kaya Sharon to start in his place as starting quarterback. It's nice to see Jacob come here at Kentucky and make a name for himself. Came in as Obi Toppin's little brother. Now it's what's poppin' Jacob Toppin.
I love that.
A back nine battle that came down to the final hole. Trey Mullinax has tasted victory before, winning back-to-back national titles at Alabama. But to win your first PGA title on a clutch 14-foot birdie putt has the taste even better. This Brinks truck is headed to Tyler Hero's house. He didn't stutter. Hero said he wasn't just going to sign anything. After looking at what other players were getting in the market, Tyler was on the phone with the Miami Heat like Tom Cruise was in Jerry Maguire. Show me the money! The team obliged and met him at his number. Casey, you just took a picture with a Tennessee fan, and Tennessee was in your top 5, but now you're part of the Cats family. Are you trying to ruffle some feathers already with the fan base before you even start, man?
Nah, I mean, everybody out here just showing love, you know.
Hard work, dedication, and prayer turns dreams into reality. And for Kentucky's Ryan Howard, her dreams of playing professional basketball were finally realized tonight in New York, thanks to the dream. Now, I know what you're thinking. Epicenter, right? Epicenter. How? He had a clear lead down the stretch. Okay, a little adversity from Zandon. The flurries have fully taken over. My boy Secretariat here had a bit of a runny nose. As you can see, gonna get these icicles off of him real quick. There we go.
Happy you guys came to your senses and got that number back up again at the end of the week.
Now, I know that plagiarism is a
thanks.
cardinal sin in this business, but is there any way you can copy and paste those 60s onto next week? Is that a thing? Can you make that happen? Can you make that happen for us?
Do my best.
That's right.
Will Bryan is the definition of a warrior. It seems like he's always coming back from something, like a season-ending elbow injury his freshman year.
Basically, I had a muscle suffocating a nerve, and they had to just basically go in and move it.
But on November 19th, 2021, he faced his toughest battle yet.
We actually got our new gloves coming in that day.
Him and I were looking at our gloves and just kind of joking, and he started spinning in circles while he was walking. And I didn't know if he was fooling around or not until I saw him go pretty much head first into one of the lockers. He was getting ready to fall down and hit his head, and I had to run up to him and catch him.
Mysteriously, Will had suffered a seizure, the first one in his family he can recall.
And of course, you know, I went in the locker room as fast as I could get in there. His body was in the shape of a U. You know, he was kind of locked up season, and you know, arms and legs kind of folded, and it was interesting.
I was in the ambulance. The only thing I kept telling him was I need to talk to my wife. I need my wife. I didn't know my wife's name, but I knew I had a wife, which is good. A lot of that day was kind of in and out for me.
The scariest part is the doctors at the hospital don't know what caused the seizure to happen in the first place.
They basically just said it could have came from dehydration, stress. It's kind of a freak accident. So that's kind of what they're calling this.
It took about 2 weeks for Will to regain his memory. He began to train slowly, but was restricted from driving, showering alone, and cooking for 6 months.
3 more, Will.
But once he returned to the mound fully healthy, something amazing happened.
I don't want to walk anybody. And he does not.
My very first bullpen back from the seizure was I was sitting like 92, 94. We were all kind of in shock, like, wow. Like, you know, that's new.
This past spring, Will Bryan had a career season, becoming one of the top relief pitchers in college baseball, tying for 3rd nationally in saves, breaking a school record for saves in a season, and being named an All-American.
He was, you know, from a velocity standpoint, was better than he'd ever been. And so, of course, I joked with him. I said, maybe the seizure unlocks some kind of superpower within you for you to be the best version of yourself.
It's honestly, it's a testament to who he is as a person. He didn't let any of the injuries that he had affect him. So more than rewarding, and he's more than deserving.
Now, Will has the chance to continue his career in the major leagues, manifesting a dream he's had since he was young.
It's big. Throughout college, the first few years, I really didn't think this was going to be something that would happen. Things started to work out in my favor. I'm just glad I'm okay.
And so are we. Brian is projected to be a day 2 pick going anywhere from rounds 5 through 10. Now, while he was recovering from his seizure, Coach Prothero told me that Will remained on track to graduate, maintaining a 3.8 GPA and above. That just shows you how tough and confident and how focused he is. Best of luck to him.
In the game, get our head in the game right now, and let's start like we did yesterday.
The Nicholas County Blue Jackets are rolling.
Attaboy, let's go. Let's hit it. Let's go.
With a 22-5 record, they're in prime position to not only win their district, but the 10th region as a whole. After not having a season last year because of COVID, the Blue Jackets face a new challenge in 2021, one that has them on borrowed time.
When I was diagnosed, I pretty much had surgery the same week that I found out that I had a tumor.
In February of 2020, Nicholas County head baseball coach Travis Sims was diagnosed with glioblastoma, the most aggressive type of brain cancer there is.
I've had different coaches send me devotionals and inspirational things for me to read, and I feel like those were sent to me for a reason, to expand on them, to send out to other people.
Coach Sims has been able to live with the cancer now for 18 months, surpassing the average life expectancy. Unfortunately, he recently found out that his tumor has returned, and the doctors are concerned.
Everything on my left side is weak. You know, my arm, my leg, my eyesight, because the tumor was on the right side. It's a struggle sometimes. You just fight through it. In the midst of his battle, Coach Sims still manages to attend games, keeping a watchful eye from the dugout. Even on his worst days, when he's too sick to be with his team, the Blue Jackets find ways to incorporate him in everything they do, like a surprise visit to his house for a team photo.
I think it shows that we would do anything for Coach Sims. He said he wasn't feeling good and he wanted us to take pictures without him, but we weren't going to let that happen, so we went out to him and took our pictures together.
It was nice. It warmed my heart up. You know, that's something I'll never forget, nor my family.
As the season continues, the Blue Jackets will continue to fight for Coach Sims on the field, while he fights for his life off of it.
I have 2 boys, twin boys that are 8. I gotta see them grow up. I've played sports my whole life. I'm not gonna go down. I'm gonna go. If I do, I'm gonna go down fighting. I'm not gonna give up. I just gotta keep fighting for my family, and that's what I'm gonna do.
In Nicholas County, Josh Berrian, LEX 18 Sports.